Hello, Kiora. My name is Katja, part of the Fringe, and poetry. This is not up to contemporary art practice, part one. Some feel very strong about themselves, though nothing specific is achieved. Encouragement is not encouraged. Art is the baby drain, wings still growing, occasionally breathing fire. Not being part of the club, one is clubbed. Perseverance is needed, good advice given, so she provided. Artists muddling through their two countries, finding a third and another dimension all together. Supportive, lush, creative, and not looking back. Hear yourself. Searching, knowing, trusting, being fed up. Intuition, determination, feeling yourself. Finding a gifted person who is helping, easing the pain, wherever that may be, for a while, giving space to heal yourself. Healing is hard when in pain, easing the hurt, learning about yourself, finding where the pain is. Shaking off dependency, looking inside, feeling your richness, folding it to the outside, then looking around. Wondering how rich life is. Getting closer to ourselves, to others. Finding what really matters in life. And this is one for the Fringe. I was desperate at the time, but I found it a bit funny now. Sadness. Wine is burning on my lips, my heart is aching. Tears running down my face, falling on my keyboard. A computer witness to my sadness. How much further will I go? Down the tube and deep down within myself. Out of my hands. Things used to glide out of my hands, quite badly for years. It worried me as I saw it happen, helpless, hopeless. No, it doesn't bother me anymore. I just let it glide out of my hands. What do I want? What I want might not be what is here for me or what is good for me. Can I be connected in such a way so I know that what I want is what I get is what is here and good for me? Small lips. Hannelore and I are sitting in our dreadful office. She tells me that her lips used to be as big as mine. With age, they got smaller. Instead, her breasts kept on becoming bigger. Funny she mentions the lips, because when I met her, a stunning woman, I looked at her small lips, thinking what they say about people with small lips up there, bitter and quarrelsome. Nothing like Hannelore, who became my best friend. The other day I looked in the mirror. My lips are getting smaller, I shouted. My breasts are still the same. But lovingly looking at my lips, I thought about Hannelore, my friend from so long ago. I have to call her, tell her that my lips are getting smaller. The fashionables. Here we are again, dear, running after the fashionable people, the in crowd. And when they're wearing off, showing their true face, I wonder why I didn't trust my instincts and experiences. Again, even though I have been knowing what is true, running with the others, chasing after what recognition? Which one ever gets from the fashionables as they are too busy with themselves. Lost my trust, again my truth, persuaded by the other runners, running with the in crowd. Struck between the party people, the fashionables, and the ones which get on with their lives, are supporting others, supporting me. But instead I wanted to show off to the boozers and losers, the fashionables, so disregardful and loud they are, neglecting their inner places. Being so lost in their lives. Now I'm looking for the caring people, being internally loud and active in their way of life and support, so open, so full of passion. Indestructible. I thought I was physically indestructible as I kept pushing myself from one limit to the next. As I have been very fortunate to have been physically well most of the time, knowing what blows me over is emotional crisis, reaching a point where I don't want to budge, these arms clutching me, shaking me, I try to escape, these chains I put around myself, over and over again wiggling, until they're obviously choking me. Something I have to learn, something I have to change. Now that my physical health is challenging me big time, challenging my foundation, which are crumbling beneath my feet, a deep feeling of isolation and loneliness consuming me. Not that what I was looking for when I came here. I wonder, now that I've got my coveted privacy and space to myself, keeping busy in my emptiness, depriving myself, but then nobody really calls, really cares. Are we aloners in this town, running, wanting to be by ourselves, even though we might be lonely and craving for closeness, for love, compassion, and for company? It is only when we are finding our strength ourselves and a balance within the world outside. It is only then that we might find what we are looking for and wanting to do with our life. New beginnings. Thank you. New beginnings. I worry too much about the things I think I want. So I lose focus on the things that really matter, keeping myself busy with nothingness. Just to keep busy, it seems. So there's never time to do what really needs to be done in my life, afraid I might not make it or might be disappointed. The skill is to climb over that border of fear, not stopping, not fearing. Trusting that life always moves forward to new beginnings. Baseline of love. For me, a perfect love would be like a good baseline. In a good baseline, the bass plays within her own melody, but also plays within the piece of music, underlining and completing it, fulfilling it, but quite separate and independent, but nevertheless within the piece of music. So by playing together with the other instruments, the bass is still being able, by following her bass line, to be a separate identity in her own right. This is one of my favorites. Being one with her. I take her out and lifting her gently to the left, climbing up and standing over her, lovingly gazing at her colors, her style breathtaking. I switch on with my right hand, flicker switch with my left index finger. With my right foot in position, I feel the right moment to get her kick. Then with full flight and passion, my leg in total control, she starts, bip, 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 bip. I feel her vibrate and I'm getting excited. I get down on her, accelerate, and wow, off I go, feeling the wind in my face, The space around me, her vibration between my legs. It still is the ultimate freedom, and I get a strong sensation of being myself as being one with her, my Yamaha XT500. And this is a thank you to the mighty Incubator, the best place in the world. This is not up to contemporary art practice part 2. Once upon a time there was an artist who loved to paint and being a serious photographer. She moved to the Red Desert and became an artist between 2 countries. Applying for exhibition, she was told, "Your art is not up to contemporary art practice." She was sad as she planned the exhibition as a farewell to her beloved Red Desert, to move back to her motherland feeling homesick. But she followed her motto, if they want it, they get it. If they want quarrels, they will get quarrels. Studying and applying herself, she fell in love with the Red Desert again. She stayed and critically engaged within contemporary art practice. Upon graduation, her array of sculptures, huge and plentiful, were deemed not enough to fill the gallery space. Such a rebuke was surprising to all involved in her studies and shared in her disappointment. In past and present, it was known that some will never become part of the, shall we say, club. For good measure, she delved into a third country of a different kind. Mighty was her luck to find love with a man who came off stage from a place of much artistic support. She continues in her own creative inspiration, being right at home in the lush green country, and became the artist in 3 countries.